Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn as You Explore. This is my first video of 2026 and I'm really excited about this one. Last year, I made 70 video tutorials teaching MBOT 2 projects from basic sensors and line following to smart camera projects, including a fully autonomous pick-and-place robot project. This year, I'm moving into the Jetson Orin Nano Super, which is a powerful development kit using which we can run cutting-edge AI projects. Think of it like running mini versions of chatbots like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Later on into the year, we'll also learn how to integrate both this new Jetson Orin Nano platform with the MBOT 2 and other robots, where the Jetson Orin Nano acts as the AI brain and the MBOT 2 handles the motion and sensors. So let's start at the very beginning, the unboxing. So this is the box that you get with the Jetson Orin Nano Super. The packaging, I should say, is really nice and it feels premium. So great job, NVIDIA. Let's open up the box by first pulling the tabs on the sides. And now we can slide the outer box out. Let's open it up. Inside the box, we get a few main things. First, there's a quick start manual with just enough information to get started. Then you get the power supply brick. NVIDIA includes two power plugs, which is nice. You get a European style power plug with 3 flat prongs. And you also get an American style wall plug, so you should be covered if you're in these two geographic locations. And finally, of course, you have the main star of the show, the NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano Super. You can see the fan that's mounted for cooling the onboard processor and several I/O ports, which we'll cover in a later section of this video. It's amazing that NVIDIA was able to pack in a powerful GPU along with the number of I/O ports in a small development kit like the Jetson Orin Nano. Before we dive into the specs of this development kit, let's talk about what a Jetson Orin Nano actually is. If you're familiar with something like a Raspberry Pi, think of the Jetson as its much more powerful cousin, especially when it comes to AI and computer vision. A Raspberry Pi is great for general projects like learning Linux, basic robotics, and control logic. The Jetson, on the other hand, can do all of these, but is built specifically for running AI workloads locally, like vision models, object detection, and robotics tasks that need real-time responses. That's the big difference. Now let's go over the specs of the Jetson Orin Nano Super. If you're not into specs, no worries, I've added timestamps in the description so you can skip ahead to the next section. The heart of this board is its GPU. It has a 1024-core NVIDIA Ampere architecture GPU along with 32 tensor cores. This is what allows you to run the AI models directly on this device, no cloud required. The GPU is great at handling parallelized tasks, but we also need a CPU to handle everything else. The Jetson Orin Nano Super comes with a 64-bit, 6-core ARM Cortex processor. This takes care of your operating system, any control logic, and all the non-AI tasks. For memory, you get 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM. That's plenty for AI models, vision pipelines, and robotics projects. Next, let's talk about connectivity and I/O. I/O simply stands for input and output ports and devices that are connected on board. This is where things get really interesting for robotics and vision projects. You get a display port for connecting a monitor, 4 USB-A ports, all USB 3, 1 USB-C port, 2 M.2 slots, one in the 2280 size and one in the 2230 size. These 2280 and 2230 size slots can be used for connecting NVMe SSDs. On the device, we also have a gigabit Ethernet port. We have a 40-pin header similar to the Raspberry Pi with support for UART, SPI, I2C, PWM, and GPIO. Then we have 2 camera connectors for MIPI CSI cameras. These last 2 points, the 40-pin expansion header and the 2 MIPI connectors, are the input-output ports that are most useful for robotics because you can connect sensors and cameras to these expansion headers and the camera ports. Finally, there's also Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on board. So whether you're doing robotics, vision, or edge AI projects, you've got a lot to work with here. One important thing to know is that the developer kit does not come with storage. There's no microSD card and no SSD included, so you'll need to buy one separately. An NVMe SSD is going to be faster, especially for AI workloads, but if you are just getting started, a microSD card is cheaper and totally fine. If you're going the microSD route, I recommend getting the SanDisk 256GB Extreme card. I've linked it in the description below. As an Amazon associate, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, and it really helps support the channel. So what can you do with this thing? The big one, like we discussed previously, is running AI on the edge or locally. But what does that really mean? Let's look at what happens when you use an AI chatbot like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Across the globe, there are multiple data centers that are located in different geographic locations. So when you type in a prompt on chatgpt.com and send it over, the first thing that the application does is choose a particular data center depending on your location and send your prompt over to that data center through the internet. The data center has powerful computers that do heavy processing using the large language model and your prompt to provide a response. This response is then sent back from the data center to your browser. With the Jetson Orin Nano Super, the AI runs directly on the device itself. So when you send a prompt, it's not going over the internet to a computer that's located remotely. It's going to use the prompt locally on the device because the AI model is running locally. It then processes your prompt using the AI model and then provides a response back to your AI application. Everything here happens locally without going over the internet. So why is running locally important for robotics? For one, you don't really need internet access anymore. So if your robot is acting in a remote location with no internet access, you can still run your AI model without having to send data over the internet. You get much lower latency. Latency is just the time between a request being sent over the internet and getting a response back. Since we're processing everything on device, the time between the request and the response is much faster. And this makes it perfect for real-time tasks like robotics and vision. So what are some examples of things that you can build using the Jetson Orin Nano Super? You can build voice-enabled AI assistants like Alexa. You can use AI to power camera-based monitoring systems. You can implement vision projects like object detection and tracking. And all of this leads to intelligent robotics systems. That's where things get really exciting when we start pairing this with robots like the MBot 2. And that's it for this video. I hope you had fun unboxing your Jetson Orin Nano Super and learning about its technical specs and what makes it special. In the next video, we'll go ahead and set it up, installing the operating system and running an example AI application. Found this video helpful? Click the like button. If you're interested in Jetson projects, robotics, or adding real AI to robots, make sure you're subscribed. There's a lot coming this year. Share this video with a friend you think might find this useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.